Welcome to Kung Fu Habit number 2. I'm your host, Echo Fang Grey Wolf. We're waiting for a connection on Instagram. Yes, I know, it's only Tuesday. So, Instagram, if you're here, this is not going to be a long live. I'm just giving you fair warning that I will be dropping some bloopers on my YouTube channel of Kung Fu Habit number 2 tonight. And I will be dropping a tribute to Jason David Frank, which totally sucks, on here at some point at some time tonight or this week. I've put Saba back away, so we're gonna get this done. Also, if you're on Instagram and you're native, I plan on doing some Native American folklore tales for the last 3 days of Native American heritage. Now, granted, my data will not be 1,000% factual, but it is folklore, so you have to deal with it. And I'm still learning about certain native folklore, so if you're native and you want to correct me, that would be great. In fact, if you want to send me the stories of the SWs, as well as the Deer Woman and Coyote and Thunderbird, and let me know how they work for your tribe, that would be great. Now, that being said, let's talk about nunchucks. Alright, so understand how nunchucks work. This is your range. This is long range because my hand is at the very bottom. This is mid range, there's a little bit more control, and this is short range where there is a lot of control. Alright, notice the different spins. Mid range will come next. This is short range. Now, that's mid-range, and this is long range. I have no grip, which makes it really dangerous to fight someone with long range. If you're going to fight someone with nunchucks, there is that factor where you hit something and it bounces back, so you need to have control. If you're going to fight somebody with nunchucks, mid-range and short range are all I personally recommend. Because boom, it's short. Slide it up, mid, boom, boom. Now, it does put you in a little bit more danger with short range and mid range. Because short range, like this, see how it bounces back? If it hits something solid, it's going to come back at you. That's not solid, so it's not going to come back. My arm is solid, so you see how it comes back. Same thing with mid range. It's going to keep going. Now, you saw that? Now, a lot of people don't explain how this works when they deal with nunchucks, so I'm going to explain it for you. Great weapons. I don't fucking recommend you going into a fight with them. And I know everybody's like, they're so cool. Boom, boom, and you can see how they work. Okay, let me explain how this actually works. Boom. You see it come back at me? Boom. You see it come back at me? Now, you're swinging at someone. There's a good chance that if you hit somebody solid, it might not come back at you, which is why you have to roll with it, and you have to go all the way through. However, there are freak accidents when you go all the way through, and this shit will still come back at you. So you understand how these damn things work. Short range is dangerous, but there's more control. Mid range is dangerous, there's medium control. Long range is safest, but there's no control, and you better have a damn good grip no matter what range you use, because 9 times out of 10 when this thing hits somebody, that's what happens. Now, you want to make sure that you go all the way through. You don't bip and stop. Now, if you're under here, you see how I follow all the way through? Okay? Also understand that these things hurt. So when you're in a fight, here's where we keep it real. When you're in a fight, you're not doing this. You can do that at the beginning of the fight if you want. But when that fight commences, the only damn thing you need to be doing is these swings. Boom, boom. Here, bam, bam. So you have right and left, up and down. Alright? This shit here, your momentum builder. Alright, if you're going to practice with these, yeah. You know, but when you actually get into combat, you're in a really dangerous spot. Alright? Because as dangerous as these things are to your opponent, they're equally as dangerous as they are to you. Because like I said, you hit something solid, you don't follow through, bam, it's coming back. So, boop, you see how it comes back at my arm? I don't have to hit anything hard. And luckily, these are foam, so they're not going to hurt as much, but they're still going to have a little oomph behind it. And so, when you're going to swing the chuck, boom, boom. You see how my hand's in the guarding position? You don't swing the chucks like this. Now, yeah, you've probably seen me do that in the beginning of this, but for real combat purposes, you're going to swing them like this. If you're fighting somebody, boom, put it back, boom, put it back, you know, boom, get it back, boom. Now, you want to keep it as far away from your body after contact, and this is low range, well, short range, bow. Now, you notice I turn my body so that it goes behind me instead of boom. Just keep it there, boom. So this way, going in, if I go this way, I want my guard. And if you watch my body, it goes all the way around. It goes all the way through. Because if it doesn't go all the way through, if you short stop, and you don't have your guard up, and it hits something, it's going to go. And you might only knock yourself out, but you're going to knock out the opponent, unless this guy's Colossus. Understand that this is not the safest way to play with your nunchucks, especially if you are a gentleman. Boop! You're going down. In a fight, your nunchuck should never, ever go through here unless it's a dire emergency. Alright? So remember, backswing, you want to make sure you have your guard up, because if that bitch comes up the wrong way, clockety clock. Side swing, you want to go all the way through. If you're going on the other side, same thing. Now sometimes in a fight, you're going to do exactly this. Boom, boom. Except for this part. You're not going to get the chance. Now, if you're whirling it like this, don't even bother with this if you're fighting somebody. This whirl is great for show. But if you're fighting somebody in actual combat, you're never going to get the chance to get this up here. So you want to just use this thing like a mace, like an old school mace. Boom, boom. Somebody's coming at you. Boom, boom. You know. Now, do not do this. Boom, and think you're going to throw a kick, because you're going to have to go all the way through. So your kick will have to come that way, and then you can come back. Now, if you're doing this, which you've seen me do, which you probably should not attempt, boom, boom, boom. And if you notice, the chucks went twice, because they went through that first time, boom, boom, boom. And then they come through before my right spinning back kick. Now, the thing about that is, you have to know where your weapon is when you're swinging it. So if I clock, bow, boom, you know, I'm good, and it's to the side. Versus if I, boom, and I don't pay attention as I fall off frame. If I don't pay attention where this thing goes, it's going to come back to bite me in the ass. You know? There's a see how that worked? Totally worked against me. You want to be able to block that bitch. So if you're swinging, yeah, you want to be able to follow through. You want to be able to protect yourself from yourself. So if guy's coming and I'm here, I can get this front kick off. But if I can't get that kick off, boom, and I get that chuck off, I want that chuck to go over here after it hits him. I also want to swing it in the direction in which I want him to go. If I want him to go to my right, boom, I'm swinging it to my right. Now, the reason why I want him to go that way is so I can set him up for a kick with my right leg. I'm not going to boom and then kick him with this leg, because that's going to take a little bit more out of my time than I need to take out. So what I will do is boom, or boom, boom. All right, you'll learn your combinations when you're fighting. Now, bow, bow. That's across the face. If you're going to fight somebody with nunchucks, you kind of only want to hit hard targets that are going to bring them down, which is like the head. Say it's coming, bow, yeah, you strike them in the head. It's coming back, bow, you strike them in the head. Remember to follow all the way through. Boom, boom. Also remember to have your guard up, because if you don't have your guard up, you're going to get laid up. That being said, I am losing the light. I thank you on Instagram for being here. I thank you on Kung Fu Having number 2. Be seeing you.